Good morning, good morning, good morning, you lovely lot. Just. Oh my goodness. So, it's Monday morning and it's 10:30. And I woke up when Lee went to work and my alarm went off to remind me to check that Kenzie was going to school. But I just kept dozing off. And then I've obviously dozed off again. Because I've woken up now at 10:30. And I've lost half my day. I can only assume I needed it. The only thing I can think of is I really needed it. Problem is, I find it really hard to go to sleep at night. Like, it's not easy for me to just go to sleep. But once I'm asleep, like, it's hard then to wake up. I mean, I'm hoping it's going to get better. Because when it's sunny and it's a light morning, I don't have this problem. But at the moment, with it being dark in the morning and wet, I just don't want to get up. I have things to do. I can't stay in bed all day. I also need a wee. I'm going to have to force myself to move, aren't I? Maybe I need to go. Keep my PJs on for a little bit. And just go and do things like make a cup of tea. That always helps. Let's do that. Well, I've been taking the morning quite slow. So far I have let the cat out. I have put some laundry on. I have written for the first time, because I keep forgetting to do it, in my lovely Year of Growth book that Emma and Rob got me for Christmas. And funnily enough, I have to, bearing in mind I said how tired I was this morning and how I'd overslept. So this first week that I'm writing in here, up the top it says, I allow myself to rest and recuperate. So the book knows what I clearly need to do this week. I clearly need to listen to my body. Anyway, so I'm doing gentle chores today. Gentle chores. We got all these baskets, lovely baskets. This one was from Emma and Rob, and this one was from Jackie and Andy. We don't have an awful lot of floor space. These came at Christmas with things in. But I usually have a tower of books next to my bed that I put my tea and stuff on. Well, put some books in the basket. I'm going to stack the baskets and then put a coaster on there for when I put my cup of tea down. And yeah, that's where I'm going to keep those things, in that corner. But I need to hoover, so I've got the hoover up and a little nozzle as well to get into all the nooks and crannies that haven't been sort of, there's been books piled there, so yeah, it needs a good clean. Yeah, so that's what I mean. And you can see, look, that's all the dust, and that's the clean bit of carpet where I've had books there for so long, but also tea has spilled down the back. So I'm going to go and get some bleach and a cloth, because I also need to generally clean in here, and I'll clean all of that off. So I put those baskets in. The drawers do open, but if we want to get all the way into the back of the drawer, we will need to move the baskets. But for the most part, Lee just grabs top and t-shirt, top and trousers, and then I just grab underwear, so it should be fine. Giving it all a good bleach, dusting. Everything's very cluttered, but that's because, Lee has a lot of collectibles. So it's going to be quite cluttered. And then I'm just working my way round. I need to bleach all of the windowsills and everything. I've been hoovering right round in the gaps and what have you, giving it a really good proper suck up of dust, bleach the front of the unit, that kind of thing. This is very old, and at some point I do want to replace it, because look, it's all just, you see under here, it's this top bit is very damaged. but it's functional, so it seems silly to use up more resources just for something to look pretty. Ooh, look at my dirty little corner. Ew, 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 ew. I was expecting some spiders and I'm glad I didn't find them. I'm just going to hoover and bleach this whole area. Blech. I have spilt some water on the carpet there. That is just water. I've given it as best a clean as I can, dusted it all down, and I've bleached these bits here that tend to get damp build up and they get a little bit of mould. So I've bleached those bits, done all the skirting board. And I'm going to go make a cup of tea now because this one has run out. All right there, Gloria. Gloria's having a wander around the house while the washing machine's going. Salem is out there somewhere, not entirely sure where. My garden is looking so neglected. Needs some TLC and a bit of a clean up. I have taken this bit down. I need to take the rest of these down as well. Plants and bulbs and stuff. That's what I need to do. I need a gardening day. Everything's been cleaned and scrubbed. Well, as best as I can. I've not moved any of Lee's stuff because I'll get in trouble for touching it. But I have cleaned all behind there. Everything's had a really good hoover. So, I probably could have done with dusting on top of that actually. That could probably do with a good dust. Anyway, I have about 40 minutes before I need to go and do the bandage on Maggie with Emma. Then I need to go and get Kenzie, and then I will need to go back up to the sheep to go and sort the girls out and put them to bed a bit later. But Kenzie's asked me to find his strings because he can't find them. And in this house, if Mum can't find it, it's really lost. So I got him strings for his guitar and he wants to learn to play the guitar. But he put them somewhere safe before Christmas. Now we don't know where they are. So I'm going to go through his wardrobe, which is not something I want to do, and see if I can find them. Hi, Salem. Glowing eyes. Look, this is a new trick. Oh, I don't know how she does it. Do not know how she does it. But she gets up on that banister. Well, I seem to have made more of a mess than I had intended. But to be honest, I'm thinking those are all pretty much computer boxes with bits in. So those, or computer parts that he's put in his computer, so they can go in the loft. He doesn't need those. If anything goes wrong, we've got the boxes to return it. Skylanders, he hasn't played for goodness knows how long, but doesn't want to get rid of them. That's fine. He can put those in the loft as well. We've got colouring books, which he's not used, or if he hasn't touched them for years. So that can go to somebody else who will use them. Maybe put them out the front of the house on a dry day and someone will take them. His Doctor Who collection of magazines. Again, he's not going to use them, but he probably wants to keep them. In which case, we will just put them somewhere safe and clear up the space down here. Those are his Disney Infinity, which he may keep or he may take to CEX or somewhere. So I put them in their own little box. He's got a Lego, he's got a couple of Lego heads. That one's full of Pokemon and the bag behind is all full of Pokemon stuff. That did have the Infinity stuff in. He'll either repurpose it or we can get rid of it. And there's a whole pile there of stuff to go to recycling. And then we need to go through this. This is old school books mainly, which I'm sure you can get rid of. It's from last term. These I could probably sell. He didn't really use them, to be honest, but you just do what you can do, don't you, to get them through their exams. And some pictures that he's drawn as well. His manga, is it? Anime, manga, I can never remember which it is, which I'm sure he'll want to keep. But I need to get dressed because I need to go and do Maggie's bandage with Emma. And then I need to go and get Kenzie. So I think what I'll do is throw some clothes on quickly, go do the bandage, and then come back, a bit more of a tidy up, maybe bring a recycling bag up and get rid of recycling. Then I'll go get Kenzie and he can help me put bits up there that we don't need down here. Righty-ho. Leaving that mess behind. Let's go deal with Maggie's bandage. Now it's not so gory. I think I'll probably try and film a bit and show you. It was pretty gory, so therefore I didn't film it because not everybody has the sort of stomach to deal with it. But it's looking more now like a scab than an open flesh wound. So if it's looking all right. I'll enclose a bit, but I'll give you a warning before I put it on. Right, let's go deal with Maggie. You've heard of Mount Vesuvius, haven't you? And how it creates, you know, explosions and leaves poop behind, you know, just like leaves everybody in the poop. This I'm going to name Mount Poopius. It is quite a creation, I have to say. It will also stop the wind from blowing across the field and create some shelter for the girls. Speaking of which, what's the camo effect for, huh? What's this camo effect for? Look, you're wearing branches again. You've been rolling in it. Oh, Maggie, I'm sorry. I just climbed in and Maggie decided to stand behind me and she now has a big lump of mud on her head. Sorry, Maggie. You've got a mucky hairdo now. The injury, please. We can do an update, can't we? I'm just going to do... No, just get off my knees. Yeah. No, I would get yourself comfy. Why have I got a bum in my face, Autumn?
Ooh. You can tell she's getting better.
Because she's getting more feisty, isn't
yes, she is.
More resistant to us helping her.
If she could tell us where to go right now, I think she would. See, that's the knack I didn't get. I got in a right old flap. Rolling it off. Yes. Well, it's like, you're ready time.
When you're ready, love.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think a tiny bit of powder on there.
And that bit there.
Do you wonder, is that the, from where it's cracked maybe, where it's been dry rather than it being... Because to be fair, Lynn did say it's normally powder, cream, because the cream makes it weep.
Just loosening her up a little bit because that was quite... So, that's the dry bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we want some cream on that bit and then that fatty tissue we want...
That's a lot stronger in there as well, Hercules.
Right, okay.
Do sheep teeth, do you reckon? Well, they've only got two, haven't they? That's a really silly question, actually. Ignore that. Because it's how you tell how old they are, isn't it, by their teeth, isn't it?
Well,
yeah.
do you mean like, do they lose the first lot and then...
Yeah, but that's obviously they don't, do they? Because they...
I don't know.
Is it how they tell apart hobbit and mutton and stuff by their teeth? So I think when their teeth come in, that's when they're not classed as lamb anymore. I could be talking complete rubbish, I probably am, to be fair.
I don't know. Anyone know?
There is somebody on your... Is it Sean?
Sean's got sheep.
Yeah, you might be able to answer that for us.
I've now got Sean on my Facebook, actually.
I really want to burst into song.
Sean the sheep?
It's Sean the sheep.
I'm sure he's had that a lot.
Sean the sheep.
Sorry, Sean.
Don't worry, one of the guys that we
Sean the sheep.
were talking to about our business plan had decided that he wasn't going to tell his colleagues that he was dealing with a company to do with sheep because he is a very hardened Welshman.
Yep.
And he wasn't ready for the times.
He was not ready for the grief that came with it.
We do have that solicitors meeting.
Oh, we do. What
The
time?
11 or 12, I can't remember.
I've got it. Oh God, I've got a straw stuck in. I do have it on my phone. Solicitors meeting. So.
Yeah, you're probably more reliable on them. I tell you what I need to do, try and work out how to get onto the meeting.
Yes, if you could do that, more than 2 minutes before we're due to sign in, that would be great. It does take like 5 minutes for us to work out how to actually use a Zoom call.
Yeah. Are we?
Who will be doing it through Zoom? Or Teams?
Well,
or
they send it through Calendly.
Calendly.
Yeah, so I think it's Zoom. But you need to find the invite in the first place. And
Yeah.
that seems to be the
That
hard
seems
bit.
to be the problematic bit. I've not gone down over her toes.
No. But being able to creosote them and all that type of stuff means that it's everything
The
that we're
stable's
doing.
not the sheep.
Yeah, the stables.
To clarify.
Just means it will all last longer and all our hard work's not in vain.
Maintenance of wooden buildings is a faff.
It is, and it needed to be done, and it's better to do it now before we have our inspection.
and say all of this needs to be done, and then, you know,
he has to come back out again. And
back out again.
as you say, I think you've said more than one occasion now, Maggie is literally teaching us everything that we need to learn really about sheep, injury-wise, that we could potentially have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. Obviously,
I get my finger in there, so that's okay, isn't it? You get your finger in. There we go. Little toe sticking out the bottom. Splint on. Gonna move? Gonna move? Get up now if you like. No, maybe not, Pip. Sorry about the mud on your head. Some time has passed since I last spoke to the camera. I've been feeling rubbish with a nasty headache. I have had a bath, I've taken painkillers, and I feel quite sick. But I do think maybe I need to eat. So, we're making fajitas. These chop the meat, I've chopped the veg. Bit of teamwork going on. I have just bought this from Amazon. I ordered it yesterday. I was looking for something to catch the tea drips when we're making tea, but something that can be washed, because the little mats I had there were just really tea stained, whereas this can be bleached. It's got little rubber feet underneath. So yeah, I'm going to give that a go and see how it works. I will pop it in the description of this video. It was from Amazon. I think it was about £8 something. I think it's going to work quite well. Food is very close to being ready. Table is very close to having food on it.
Every test different meat, can't you?
Yeah.